Okay, it's 9:30 now. I think we can start. I see there's 28 participants, but let's get it going so we don't run over time. So welcome everyone to our Innovation Days 2023. So this is the first session. We have 4 days full of sessions to inform you about this year's innovation call. This is a general session for the call info. And yes, we want to start with a greeting from our CEO, Maria Tsavachidis. Maria, please.
Yes, thank you, Sigrid, and good morning, everyone. So with our innovation call, we invite you to support Europe and our cities in the race to carbon neutrality. Time is of the essence, we know, and bringing research out of the lab and deploying it fast is key. Now, the multiple crises that we've seen in the last 3 years have shown us how global systems are interconnected and how the transport sector is at the center, or at least it's greatly impacted by all of them. COVID has accelerated the growth of e-commerce. We have seen a steep increase of urban deliveries, but we've also seen the renaissance of the bicycle, the breakthrough of remote work. Then came the war in Ukraine, which disrupted the energy market, and now the European Commission and basically the whole world is struggling to get independent from not only Russian fossil fuels, but fossil fuels in general. Now, the question with regards to electric mobility is not anymore if or when this happens, but actually how to manage the transition. And climate change, last but not least, is not abstract anymore. It's something that everyone starts to experience, even in the European cities, in the global north. We see that heat in cities disrupts rail traffic, as happened in London, because our equipment is not built for high temperatures. So we have to get used to extreme weather events and put more focus on resiliency of our transport systems and adapting to climate change. Now, the European Commission has set the course for sustainable mobility with ambitious emission reduction targets. We know the European Green Deal sets out to make Europe the first climate neutral continent by 2050. And some concrete milestones for transports that have been set in the sustainable and smart mobility strategy are, for example, that by 2030, we want high-speed rail traffic to double. We want at least 30 million zero-emission vehicles on Europe's roads. We want more than 100 European cities to be climate neutral, automated mobility to be introduced on a large scale, and zero-emission ships to be market ready. So these are very big goals, and to achieve them, innovation is key. So the emphasis of our innovation program for the next 3 years is to radically and advance commercially viable solutions that align with the aims of the climate neutral and smart cities mission. The focus of our 2024 call, which you will hear about more later, is on 3 challenge areas, which are sustainable city logistics, energy and mobility, and future mobility. And our priority are solutions that tackle the most pressing issues facing mass transit providers, whether public or private. Those of you who are living in France or Germany or have traveled to those countries, you have experienced how public transport is the backbone of our cities, because we see when they are disrupted, nothing goes. So we are looking forward to excellent proposals that will transform urban mobility and make substantive contributions to the race to net zero. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. And we hand over to Gareth McNaughton, Director of Innovation.
Hello. Let me just put my... Hello. It's lovely to be able to welcome you all. You know, it's an important time of the year for us is when we get to have our primary main open call. And we wanted to just quickly go through with you what we're setting out over this week to bring everyone up to speed. You will all know that we will be recording these sessions. This has to be understood, both that you can look back on these sessions if there's anything that needs to be reviewed, or for people who weren't able to attend. So these will be being recorded and you'll be able to find those on the B2Match links and on our websites. Today is the first meeting, okay? And on Monday, this is the call information session. So this is top level. As you'll see, we have 3 challenges we're going to go through. There's cities that play a role in this. There's the role of commercialization, and then there's specific details that will be given to you later on in the week on how to apply and how to do a good proposal writing. Okay, so this has been set out. If you can't attend all of them, we completely understand, but you can access the recordings. Okay, we expect that today, the bulk of the information you're going to get may be somewhat familiar for people who've previously worked with EIT Urban Mobility, but for those of you that haven't, I think it's a good heads up on what's coming up. Okay, so as we're right now discussing, I'm going to be presenting only this top level strategic focus. And what we'll be doing is going into what we call the call specifics. And Adriana Diaz, our innovation manager, and Sigrid Ehrman, our project delivery officer, will be going through top level information, which will of course be more detail given throughout the week. So today isn't expected to answer every single question you've got, but it's almost like a 101 class for anybody that needs to know about our call so they can dip in throughout the week on other things. Of course, we'll be doing a Q&A towards the end. And we'll have a welcome that's been recorded by Daniel Serra from the Partner and Community Management Group. We expect that this all will be finished by 10:30. Okay, thank you. So quickly, mobility needs in cities are essential to fundamentally fight climate change. This is where we are today. Maria already highlighted the need, and if anything, this has become more and more apparent, given that some 22 to 23% of our carbon gas emissions are coming from mobility and transport. As we look forward for change in these years, we're going to see 3 specific areas that will be gone into detail, and these will be dealt with in workshops. Okay, so the 2024 Innovation Call, it's to resolve city challenges, improve city lives, and bring innovations to market. The EIT Urban Mobility is very supportive of business impact, commercial solutions that have social value and economic growth opportunities. The 3 challenge areas that we've highlighted working with partners are sustainable city logistics, energy and mobility, and future mobility, which covers many digital aspects. You will have specific sessions on Tuesday and Wednesday on each of those 3 areas. So we seek to tackle pressing issues, those that come from the public, private industry, and importantly, we are this year making a big emphasis on mass transit providers and their role. Obviously, any transit provider that provides services in multiple cities, one innovation adapted well could have impact above and beyond one demonstrations. This year, what is very interesting is that we are working closely with the Mission on Climate Neutral and Smart Cities. EIT Urban Mobility both participates within the Net Zero City program and supports that program, and we have close overlap in many of our cities and the 100 mission cities. So you will see more opportunities for climate neutral cities of the EU mission to cooperate in this program, and you will meet some of them later today. Additionally, to support us in logistics, we are closer in our relationship with the European technology platform ALICE. Many of you will know ALICE, and we have had opportunities to cooperate in 3 or 4 projects to date, and we'll be doing some specific workshops with them, both bringing ALICE partners into our activities, and we will be presenting to ALICE partners. Again, there's overlap between partners, so we're trying to widen that impact. So with that, I hand over.
Okay, thank you very much, Gareth. So my name is Adriana, and I will be talking through the call-specific requirements. So if we can move to the next slide. Just a quick recap on the main features of the call. The call has been launched on 6th April, and it will close on 7 June 2023 at 5 p.m. The evaluation process consists of 2 stages, an external evaluation and a panel hearing. My colleague Sigrid will explain a little bit more the details of each of these stages. And we expect to communicate the results of the evaluation by October, November. In total, we are expecting to allocate 8 million euros of EIT funding, which includes 1 million euro for the Regional Innovation Scheme program. The project length of the proposals should be up to 12 months, and the projects should be prepared to start by 1st January 2024. We have 2 channels for you to address your questions. One is related to administrative, legal, and finance questions that will be with our program management office. And for general and topic related, there is the Innovation Call 2024 at eiteuropamobility.eu email. So as has been introduced by Maria and Gareth, the scope of the call this year covers 3 challenge areas. You will learn a lot about these 3 challenge areas over tomorrow and Wednesday in the dedicated sessions, but I want to use a couple of minutes to let you know what we refer to with each of those. So first, sustainable city logistics. Over here, we're talking about the big challenge that has become, and it's still very present for our cities, to increase the sustainability of logistics operations. So we're looking for solutions that bring alternative fuels or electrification of different logistic fleets, new vehicle design for last mile deliveries, smart loading and unloading, shared urban logistic hubs. And also in all of these solutions, we're looking for successful business models and regulatory frameworks that make them sustainable. So what are the expected outcomes and impacts? The ultimate impact, of course, is to have healthier and safer environments, so reduce noise and greenhouse gas emissions, pollution in the cities. But this means that we're looking for reliable local networks with sound business models that have long-term financial sustainability and that change the behavior of providers and also customers and consumers of e-commerce. So in the next slide, we will give you a taste of what we have already done in this challenge area. Since 2020, we have been active trying to increase the sustainability of city logistics with different innovation projects. You can see from 2020, 2022, we had LogisMile, which cover autonomous already hub vehicles and delivery devices, dynamic curbside management in FlexCurb, or digital loading and delivery zones in S-Loads. In our Raptor, which is the Agile Innovation Program, we had the opportunity to support Toulouse in reverse logistics projects and Mechelen in Belgium with measuring the CO2 emissions of freight and logistics providers. In 2023, we are busy with different innovation projects, and on the Horizon Europe, we are contributing to Urbane, which is a project, an innovation action, which is dedicated to upscaling green urban last mile delivery solutions and city learning. Our Impact Ventures program has supported different firms that you can see in the slide, as well as our Academy program, which is very active in providing, creating, and delivering content in sustainable urban logistics. So if I can move to the next challenge area. The next challenge area is mobility and energy. And here we're talking about the different challenges of increasing numbers of alternative fueled and electrified vehicles in cities. So the integration of smart grid technologies with local generation and storage is one of the challenges that many cities face, and also how they are going to adapt and to increase the flexibility and for more hydrogen fuel cell and electric vehicles. So we look for projects that increase the use of cleaner vehicles, that align with national and European policy on alternative fuels, and that ultimately reduce greenhouse gas emissions and increase the quality of life in urban areas by integrating mobility and energy districts, grids, or microgrids. What have we done so far in mobility and energy? So From, let's say, more humble beginnings in 2020, we have increasingly supported activities and projects in mobility and energy over the last few years. So in 2022, as you can see, there were several projects from the innovation program dedicated to this challenge area, as well as this year when we are doing shared economy to improve electric vehicle infrastructure in Europe, EV charging from existing lamppost infrastructure, and we continue to support EcoSwap, UCM, and Power Management, 3 of the previous projects in the innovation. We have started a Cross-Kick project, which is H2 cities. This is orchestrating hydrogen innovation and uptake in 2 cities. And on the Raptor in Copenhagen, Denmark, there will be challenge dedicated to EV charging price transparency. Our startups in the challenge area, as well as the courses, cover hydrogen, electrification, and you can find more in the Yerba Mobility Courses or Tools website. And the last challenge area that we will cover this year is future mobility. So we continue to believe in the importance of digital technologies and how they are changing the way that mobility works in different cities. So we're talking here about connected, cooperative, and automated mobility, CCAM solutions, either for waterborne, airborne, or surface transport. We are referring also to private and public vehicles, and we believe that there is a lot of work to be done in the integration of public-private services and the seamless integration in mobility as a service. So this call supports especially mass transit providers this year, and we're looking for solutions that cover public procurement, regulation, financial services, or infrastructure requirements. At the end, we want to develop and test and implement new digital mobility services and business models, and the solutions, products, and applications need to be replicable and scalable across Europe. Ultimately, we want improved seamless mobility services for citizens and higher levels of accessibility, as well as improved management and operation of existing services and vehicles. We have done many activities in future mobility, and this has been the case since the beginning of our program. In 2020, 21, 22, 23, we have many innovation projects. On the Digital Europe, in this case, we contribute to the PREP4 Data Spaces project, which is laying the foundation for an European mobility data space. And for Raptor, which is the Agile Innovation Program, we have supported several cities in implementing future mobility solutions to mobility challenges in Spain, in Belgium, in Germany, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Romania, Turkey, Israel, and Estonia. We have also supported different startups, and there are many courses under the Academy program that you can access in Yerba Mobility Courses. So after this taste of the challenge areas that we are going to cover, I will highlight the key performance indicators. We have 2 mandatory key performance indicators for all proposals to our call. The first is the marketed innovation, that can be also the EIT risk marketed innovation, and we expect a minimum of 1 marketed innovation to come from each of the projects that we support. And then there is the demonstration pilots living labs. This means the 2 demos that need to be present in each of the proposals. Additional to that, you will have optional key performance indicators, and these have to do with the creation of startups, with the events that are organized in EIT risk countries, the design tested innovations that are produced from the projects, intellectual property rights, or the innovation pilot scaling. You can find the list of KPIs for innovation in the call website for your guidance as you prepare your proposals. In the next slide, we want to highlight and make emphasis on the technology readiness level. So as our Director of Innovation highlighted, excuse me, we are looking for close to market solutions. This means that the proposals should start from TRL 7 minimum. So this is the starting point, which means there is a demonstration system operating at preconditioned scale. Then it can be validated during the implementation and lead to full commercial application TRL9. The project duration is up to 12 months. And I think now I hand over to Sigrid.
Yes, thank you, Adriana. Just a quick reminder also, as you know, we have the Q&A session at the end. And if you have already some questions, you can start writing them into our Q&A. Please don't use the chat, please use the Q&A function for this, and then we can address them at the end of this session. So just a brief touching on the financial aspects of the call. Firstly, the EIT funding allocation. As already mentioned, the overall estimated EIT funding allocated to this call is 8 million euro, and that includes 1 million euro for the risk applicants. This is distributed as follows. Per challenge area, we have a specific allocation. This is for sustainable city logistics. We have 2.5 million euro. And the indicative number of projects to be funded are 5 to 6 projects, which means per project there is around 400 to 500,000 euro available. For mobility and energy, we have 3 million euro in total, also 5 to 6 projects indicatively funded, and this will be 500 to 600,000 euro per project. Then lastly, for future mobility, we have 2.5 million euro available. This should indicatively fund around 6 to 7 projects, and per project there will be 350 to 400,000 euro allocated. So in total, we should look at around 15 to 18 projects that we intend to fund this year. Very important regarding the co-funding rate, all proposals must have a minimum co-funding rate of 33% across the project. So partners in the consortium may have different co-funding rates, but important is that the overall co-funding rate meets this required 33% minimum. Also, please note that risk applicants have a minimum individual co-funding rate of 20. And regarding the risk budget, the 1 million euro that we've allocated, there is specific criteria for prioritization and how this limited budget will be awarded. And this is outlined in section 2.3 in the call manual. We also have new financial sustainability guidelines. I only will very briefly touch on some of the most important changes here. We have a specific session dedicated for this, for the commercialization and the financial sustainability. This will take place on Wednesday, April 19 at 2:30 in the afternoon. But just briefly touching on this, what's new this year is that each proposal must identify a commercial partner with a credible commercialization strategy. And you must complete the commercial partner identification tab in Plaza. Also, we will have a specific session to show you how to do the application in Plaza on Thursday morning. We want to highlight here that the entire consortia, except the cities, must ensure that the commercial approach is both viable and credible. Regarding eligibility, we'll just briefly touch upon a few of the most important eligibility criteria. Again, you will find this very detailed in the call manual as well. We want to highlight that all applicants should please be fully registered in both the EU participant portal and the Plaza submission tool. If you do not have a PIC number yet, we would like to ask you to apply for this now in the participant portal, in the EU participant portal. This will take only a few minutes for you to do this application, but it might take a few weeks for this to be validated. So we would please ask you to already do that now if you should not have a PIC number yet. Regarding the consortium composition, there needs to be at least 3 independent entities from 2 different countries, from EU member states or third countries associated to Horizon Europe. We also need a minimum of 1 SME and 1 commercialization partner. Regarding the demo hosts, we need 2 minimum. This should be 2 partners from different eligible countries as the pilot hosts. The demo hosts can be either a city or municipal government, an entity with direct links with a city or municipal government, or a private company with an existing concession for a mobility service from a city or municipal government. So please note, this is new this year. We've expanded a little bit the definition of what a demo host can be, and the two last points, the entity with direct links with a city, municipal government, and a private company with an existing concession. This is new. So we have amplified our definition on who can be a demo host and a partner in the consortium. Just a quick some info on specific country criteria eligibilities for entities from Switzerland and UK. They are eligible to participate, but will not receive EIT funding. So this is very important to note. Also, special participation and funding restrictions may be affecting Hungarian public interest trusts and their linked universities participating in any of the EIT mobility calls. Again, please refer to the call manual for more information on this. As already mentioned, a minimum co-funding rate of 33% across the project is an eligibility criteria. So is also addressing the mandatory KPIs that Adriana has presented previously. So at least one marketed innovation and 2 demos, pilots, or living labs have to be included in the proposal. A very quick note on the evaluation process. This is also detailed quite well in the call manual. I will only briefly touch upon a few facts and also on one of the new introductions that we have made to the selection process. The eligibility and admissibility check will be done in June 2023 after the call closes. Then we have 2 stages to the evaluation process. Stage 1 is the external evaluation of proposals that will take place in July and August 2023. And then we have the second stage. This consists of panel hearings of the shortlist projects and the portfolio selection, and will take place in October 2023. So as you can already see highlighted in green, the panel hearings, this is what we've newly introduced this year in the selection process. If you want to know more about the evaluation criteria for the external evaluation, which is stage 1, and the assessment factors for the portfolio selection in stage 2, these are outlined in the call manual. Communication of results will be October, November 2023, as already mentioned, and a tentative start of the project is estimated for 1st of January 2024. A quick note on the panel hearing format. These panel hearings will take place online. The shortlisted teams will be invited and they will be represented by a proposal response team. The proposal response team should be made up of the project lead, the commercial partner, and one of the demo partners. And you will be asked to deliver a 15-minute pitch about your proposal and expected impact. And this will be followed by a 15-minute Q&A sessions. We will provide you with templates and instructions when we invite you to this panel hearing in advance, so you have the chance to properly prepare for this pitch. A very quick note on the B2Match for matchmaking. So this is, of course, one of the main reasons we are doing these info sessions as well, because we want you to give a chance to connect to each other, to matchmake, and to develop proposals together. And that's why we have our B2Match platform. Just a very quick introduction on the functions of this platform. I hope you have all registered if you're participating in this webinar. And then you have the following functions for B2Match to do the matchmaking. If you go into the platform and you see on the top, you have the participants function. This is for attendees and organizations. And then under this menu, you can search by person or organizations. And there's specific filters where you can find collaborators. So you can either look specifically for people that you have already bookmarked. You can look for people that specifically signed up to matchmaking. And you can also look for specific partners in specific countries or organization types of organizations and areas of activities. Once you see the profiles showing up, you see that blue button and you can request a meeting or chat with the other person, with the other participant. Under the opportunities in the menu, you find a public forum to share offers and needs. So what you can do here, you can create your own opportunities to share on the platform. This can be, for example, looking for project cooperation. if you are interested in finding a partner for your project, you can also here highlight your expertise and describe your area of expertise and what you can offer to other participants, or you can do a specific request if you are looking for something specific. In the browser, you can also see the filter, these opportunities that are posted by other participants. And then again, you see those opportunities showing up, and you can then click on the profile and send a message or request a meeting to connect. Once you have agreed on a meeting with another participant, you can go under the menu meetings, and here on the availability sign up to long-term matchmaking. This will be available between the 21st of April and the 30th of June. So beyond the actual call opening, once the call is closed, we still have this open for a few more weeks. And here you can actually participate in the meeting. So you join the meetings directly through the platform. And you see here, and on the number 3, to join a meeting, you just click on the button and then you can start talking to the other participants. So just a quick summary of how our B2Match platform works. And now we'd like to show a quick video welcoming from our Ecosystem and Stakeholders Director, Daniel Serra.
Welcome, my name is Daniel Serra. I'm the Director of Ecosystem and Stakeholders at EA Turbo Mobility. Today, in this Info Day session, I will introduce the benefits of becoming a member of EA Turbo Mobility. Our EA Turbo Mobility community connects members and runs networking activities to design and plan strategic actions, to drive impact and accelerate systemic change, including accelerated market adoption of innovative solutions into the everyday city operations. We are the largest innovation community for urban mobility in cities. Our community is our main asset to pave the way to sustainable urban mobility and livable urban spaces. In our community, we have members from large enterprises, SMEs, including startups, universities, knowledge institutes, students, governments at local, regional, national, and EU level, NGOs, and over 60 cities. We are innovating with more than 400 organizations in 30 countries across Europe. We are all over Europe. If your proposal is selected, you automatically will be supported by our local teams in one of the offices that we have across Europe. Our 5 innovation hubs in Barcelona, Copenhagen, Amsterdam, Prague, and Munich are the main contacts for you to get in touch with us and get involved in our activities. We support regions and cities that traditionally have faced a challenge to compete in the market through the Regional Innovation Scheme, RIS. Currently, we operate 12 RIS hubs located in Latvia, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Romania, Croatia, Turkey, Malta, Greece, Portugal, Poland, and Hungary. Now, I will explain some of the benefits that you as a partner could get. Access to network. Peer networking opportunities. We will help you to increase the impact and relevance through a strong collaboration. We will connect your organization to private and public sector partners with access to market, talent, finance, and knowledge. We match and connect through all of our activities across Europe. We connect local, national, and European ecosystems. Last 28th and 29th of March, we had our exclusive event for partners in Amsterdam, the Partners Day and Discovery Day. It was a unique opportunity to network with the active EA Turbo Mobility community and get the latest insights into urban mobility and opportunities that we offer. Also, we offer a strategic dialogue with industries, universities, LTOs, institutional stakeholders, and cities. As a member, you can join one of our SIGs in thematics like urban air mobility, data spaces, or hydrogen. We also organize events such as Tomorrow Mobility World Congress, an international event that brings together partners in our network to connect, share insights, and learn about latest trends in urban mobility sector. Becoming a partner, our local teams will support you to find opportunities for AT funding and non-AT funding. Through access to customized ideation and matchmaking services, we can assist you in exploring challenges with our city network and connect you with the most innovative partners across Europe for our community. We are providing the tools and support to boost your innovation across Europe. Also, we will not limit our support to our own funding. You will have access to other and non-AT funding, like, for example, European, national, and at the regional level. Programs, for example, like Interreg or the Net Zero City programs in Europe and the European Bauhaus. Here you will find a summary of the 3 options to become a T2 mobility partner. The gold members pay an annual fee of 30,000 euros and have full access to all benefits package offered by E2 mobility. The silver members pay an annual fee of 10,000 euros and have limited access to all benefits package offered by E2 mobility. In the case of small enterprises and NGOs, a reduced annual fee of 5,000 euros will be automatically applied. Cities are offered a special membership package. Leading City, with an annual fee of 10,000 euros, they have full access to gold membership package and additional city-specific services. The small cities will have a discount of 50% in the Leading Cities category. For risk country entities, we could offer additional discounts upon request. Here, you will find the benefits that we offer to our partners. If you want additional information, you could request to contact one of our innovation hubs. Here you have the email addresses for our innovation hubs. You could contact them, and one of our members of our teams will provide you all the information that you need in order to be more informed and to successfully present your proposal to our next call of innovation. Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure. If you have any questions, you can send us an email. Thank you so much.